To kick things off for our alumni companies, we have a Japanese company with us today called Laboratique. Laboratique helps you visualize communication problems in a team. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Laboratique.
Hi, I'm Toyo. I'm from Laboratique. We are a Tokyo-based company. Our mission is to transform the way people work through technology. We are a distributed team and work across 4 countries, such as Netherlands, Poland, Vietnam, and Japan. And what we work on to fulfill our mission is using people analytics. That's a data-driven approach to managing people at work and analytics. The VP of Google said that all people decisions at Google should be based on data and analytics. The data is everything for Google, and so as people and human resource as well. Not only Google, but also companies on this have their own team for people analytics. And regarding the product, we have developed the product called A, which is automated bot for employee engagement analytics. A analyzes chat conversations via natural language processing and visualize teams engagement. And this is the example of UI where you can see who talked to who, how long type of information on this dashboard. And you can also see the sentiment transition on this. And we released a closed beta version of a year and a half ago. And so far we have 1,190 companies to use. And this year, we came up a new product called We, and that's a closed beta version. So let me introduce this. We is the work engagement analytics, which makes the relationship of invisible team visible. We analyze chat communication data via NLP and visualize team conditions right away. And this is the example of UI of A. The circle on the left is called sociogram. And you can see team's condition in terms of communication. And on the right, you can check your team's engagement score and energy. And this is the report of your team's engagement. This will be sent weekly and monthly basis for your team. And our strength is we have more than 15 million communication data. And we have our own chat analysis technology. And we also have a partnership with academic institutions such as Waseda University in Japan. Our business model consists of 2 things. One is subscription, the other is consultation. We have 3 plan for subscription. You can use our product from 50,000 yen, the cheapest. And consultation, we follow through from hypothesis to action to make our customers' organization far better. And attraction, we just released a closed beta version of We 4 months ago. Now we have 15 companies to use. And this is some example of clients, which include listed companies in Japan. And the global market of human resources is very huge. The global HR market is 530 billion. HR tech 30 billion. And our focus is workforce management, which is worth $5 billion. And we will be working on many other chat platforms, not only Slack, but also Microsoft Teams, Facebook Workplace. And we have a business partnership with 6 companies so far. And we want to try to expand our business as fast as possible. So this is our intro for We, the work engagement analytics. Thank you.
Next up, we have Scry. Scry improves accuracy in forecasting future events with AI. Put your hands together for Scry.
Hi, my name is Justin, co-founder and CEO at Scry. Scry is an early-stage startup based out of Singapore, and we're working on something really exciting. We have an AI that's capable of quantifying and aggregating human intelligence. Now, very much has been said about AGI, or artificial general intelligence, over the past few years, and how it promises to automate decision-making for all of us. But the fact of the matter is, we're not quite there yet today. The algorithms of today are excellent at what they do. An image classification algorithm is very good at classifying images. Netflix is really good at recommending you the next movie to watch. But once you take them out of context, they fall to pieces. For example, you cannot take a model that's good at predicting car accidents and ask it to predict if Tesla is going to go bankrupt this year. But With Scry's AI, that's what we can do, because we have developed an ensemble model that uses both machine and human intelligence to answer the most complex, multivariate, and unstructured questions that decision makers around the world, especially in the finance industry, need to know. We can answer questions like, will the US suffer a recession in 2019? Or will the GDP of the UK shrink after it leaves the EU? We can even answer questions like if Blue Origin would test its New Glenn rocket booster by 2020. And to do so, we have a social forecasting platform with over 23,000 users. These users make predictions, and our AI sits on top of that. The AI scores and rates each user, as well as their responses, and determines who is going to get the next prediction right and who's going to get the next prediction wrong. And our results tell the whole story. Our accuracy is way over 80%, out to 150 days. And on the graph on the right, it's even more telling. The difference between the blue and red line is the difference between human accuracy and our AI accuracy. That difference is our AI cutting out all the poor human responses to derive its current level of accuracy. What we offer today are two products. Our self-service SaaS starts at $35 a month, and you get access to a growing library of predictions that are continually updated, and it's our low-involvement, low-cost product. Our second product is a bit more nuanced. We take it through a bespoke process in which we change your concerns about the future into a series of actionable and empirical events through which you can monitor. But the reason that we exist is because there's a space in the market. In the high accuracy, low cost end, no one is occupying the space. News media, the likes of CNN, New York Times, are all content with throwing opinions and experts at you day after day in order for them to drive ad revenue through your clicks and through your viewership. But we at Scry do things differently. We tell it to you straight, yes or no. We save you hundreds of hours a year following it up with the news. But the thing is, this space was not intentionally created for us. It's a failure of the industry as a whole. Right? 74% of executives, the first thing in the morning what they do is to read the news. They read the news to keep up with what's going to happen, and yet only 15% of them say that the future usually unfolds according to what they expect. This is a huge failure of the industry. Right? All these hours that they spend reading the news is wasted. Hundreds of hours a year, cumulatively billions of hours a year across all executives. But with Scry, all you need to do, like with one of our clients who is a manager at a NMC listed in Singapore but with factories in China, they are highly sensitive to the risk of a recession in the US because that means there'll be less demand for the customer's products. They've all read the same analysts and all heard the same analysts that we have, that the US is long overdue for a recession. After all, it's been, 10 years? But with Scry, all they needed to do was to add that event to the dashboard, and when the risk of recession exceeded 50%, they'll automatically get an email, saving them and their analysts hundreds of hours a year. But the thing is, disrupting the news component of, the prediction component of news is only the start for us. Because when you can apply AI on human judgment, it means that you're quantifying it on an individual level. It means that you can develop tests to profile individuals, just like we do with math tests or SATs today. It means that once you have the profile of your participants in a meeting, you can automatically come to a conclusion. You have no need to run through endless meetings to come to a compromise. All you need to do is to plug in their opinions, and the AI will sort the rest out. With this, organizations can be flattened, middle management eliminated, and of course, overhead slashed. The platform that's able to profile the most number of people today will have the largest advantage going to decision support AI tomorrow. The team consists of two founding members who are based in Singapore. We are supported by a team of highly skilled and motivated developers from Vietnam. And backing us are advisors from the US and Australia, alongside an industry veteran with over 30 years of experience. If you like what you hear, feel free to drop me an email at justinwang@scry.cloud. Thank you.
Next up, we have SmartPeep. SmartPeep helps you monitor and respond to patients with AI. Here is SmartPeep.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Meng, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of SmartPeep. Let me start with my story. So this is my grandma, a cheerful lady who used to take care of me when I was a kid. 3 years ago, she had a fall. At the time, she was injured, couldn't get up by herself. She shouted for help, but nobody's around. So luckily, half an hour later, somebody found her and sent her to the hospital straight. After this incident, she lost the confidence to walk again. She became weaker and weaker after that, and 1 year later, she passed away. So my grandma is not the only victim of fall. There are 600,000 deaths out there, 37 million injuries every year. People have spent 50 billion medical costs for falls, and hospitals and nursing homes are facing up to $1 billion liability for a single fall case. So at SmartPeep, we leverage AI technology to facilitate elderly and patient monitoring. We developed an AI monitoring system to track elderly activities using deep learning technology so that we can report emergency cases automatically, get caregivers to assist immediately, and extract insights for further analysis. Our first product is a fall prevention system. So this is a system that calls for help automatically when a patient is at risk. And this is how it works. So we have a high fall risk patient trying to come out of the bed at night without calling for assistance. So as he wriggles to the edge of the bed, our AI detects it, notifies the nurse, so that she can rush to the scene to help. And this is how our system helps preventing a fall in a hospital setting. Our second product is the fall detection system. This system basically calls for help automatically when it detects a fall. And it is usually implemented in nursing home compounds, corridor, and common rooms. When our AI detects a fall, nurses will receive a notification as usual, and that is when they can rush to the scene to help. And at the same time, they can also find out how the fall happens through the video recordings. And this actually helped them to communicate better to the family members about the fall incidents. At the end of the day, our system will generate an activity report to keep the nurses informed about the elderly's health conditions and activities. We provide values from fall perspectives, greater patient safety, we prevent fall injuries from happening, and we detect trip falls and prevent it from getting worse. We ensure 24 hours quality care. We help nursing homes and hospitals to maintain their care quality, especially at night when they have very limited amount of nurses. Useful analytics, we extract useful insights through the video analytics so that we can keep nurses informed about the elderly's conditions. And lastly, we save costs for the hospitals in terms of liability, productivity, and reputation. So combining fall detection, fall prevention, and healthcare analytics, we are looking at a $60 billion total market. So we aim to achieve a 1% market share by 2025. Traction. Since 2018, we have been working with 2 pilot hospital partners to refine our systems. And currently, we are serving a client in Australia, a retirement village chain called RSL Life Care. They have 41 branches of retirement villages in Australia currently. We also got a Singapore government grant to deploy our system in one of their non-profit voluntary welfare organizations. We are collaborating with NTT Docomo, the largest telco in Japan, to realize a 5G use case. And we are tapping into Axis Camera's sales channel to sell our services in Australia now. We have a very passionate team of 16, and we used to work with Microsoft Research Asia, F-Secure, Avira, JobsDB, and Autodesk. We have a group of mentors backing us up. 2 of them are from healthcare industries. We have participated in 3 accelerators: zeroth.ai accelerator, the best accelerator in the world, SparkLab accelerator from South Korea, and Magic Gap accelerator in Malaysia. We have won several achievements last year: E27, SeedStars, Apicta, and NTT Startup Challenge. Our company vision is to help seniors to age safely, no matter it's in hospitals, nursing homes, or assisted living facilities. So we are opening up an investment opportunity today. So please join us to make an impact to the aging community for the future you and me. Lastly, I'm Meng. We are SmartPeep. Thank you.
Next up, we have a company in food tech, Spoonshot. Spoonshot predicts consumer taste and food trends with AI. Please give it up for Spoonshot.
Hi everyone, my name is Kishan. I'm co-founder and CEO of Spoonshot. Large FMCG companies are under attack. That's because their innovation processes are just too slow and too rigid. Over the last 3 years, these companies in the US have lost $20 billion in sales. And we want to put an end to stale, rear-view insights which have been created by out-of-touch agencies who are using archaic methodologies. A 50% failure rate for new product development is simply no longer acceptable. And so that's why we've developed a platform specifically for FMCG companies to stay ahead of food trends. Bleeding edge technology that leverages the power of AI, food science, and large diverse data sets. A platform which is specifically designed for the early stages for product innovation, ideation, and inspiration. A platform where everything is personalized to the user's needs, where predictions power the opportunities, and where novelty is the norm. The technology behind the platform has already been used to deliver insights to giants like Cargill and Ferrero, as well as emerging companies such as Renewal Mill and Milkful. With Spoonshot Genesis, we think FMCG companies will be inspired within minutes. Let me show you how. So here's our product, and you can dive into our ingredient networks, which is a way to discover and explore interesting and novel and trending ingredient combinations. You can use one of the ingredient networks that's suggested or personalized to you, or you can just search for what you're looking for. Now let's say you decide to dive into almonds and finger millets. Here you can see the top 7 ingredients that pair with this combination that are on trend. And that's just page 1 of the results. Now you dive in and add cinnamon to the mix to make it a triplet. And you can see our insights and analysis on this trio, from the health labels to the scores and metrics, which we've published our methodologies on, as well as trend information to help you better evaluate the opportunity. You can also see how the long tail of emerging food and beverage startups are innovating. We've organized this information into your category as well as related other categories. By clicking on one of the products, you'll just see all the ingredient combinations they've used and our scores and opinions on them, as well as suggested new opportunities. And also you can see what's becoming increasingly popular in the industry, particularly within the startup community. And finally, you can go on a trend trek around the world to learn about new ingredients and how you could use them. Simply select a country and a region, and you'll be shown a list of lesser known ingredients. When you click on one of those ingredients, you'll be shown more established ingredients in your domestic market, which gives you that context you need to be able to create new ideas. Ultimately, the goal of our Genesis platform is to be that creative spark behind all future successful new product development. So how do we build these insights? Well, essentially, we leverage the long tail of open alternative data. And we use this to build proprietary structured data sets and connect the dots using machine learning. And then we can draw insights, signals, and causalities. From this knowledge repository, our ultimate goal is to develop and replicate the human cognition in the domain of food. And we think we've got a great team to be able to pull this off. We've got sales team building in Minneapolis, which is where a lot of the large food companies are, and our core product tech and research team is based out of Bangalore. All the founders and the management team have worked in the food industry from CPG to food tech, and our advisors, our board of advisors, are second to none. And we're here today seeking our lead investor. We've just opened our seed round, and so we'd love to talk to you more about that opportunity in our booths afterwards. So finally, if you'd like access to the Genesis platform, all you have to do is go to spoonshot.com/beta. I'll happily give you access. We've got 50 spots that we've just opened up. You'll be joining companies like Unilever who have already signed up. I hope to speak to you afterwards. My name's Kishan, and we're Spoonshot. Thank you.
Next up, we have DT42. DT42 is a secure, traceable personal data marketplace for AI. Here is DT42.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tammy, the CEO and founder of DT42. And today I'm happy to share with you our new product, Numbers. The goal of Numbers is to build a data network powered by the people. DT42 is an edge AI company. It runs well, and we provide a solution to our customers to make the city smarter in Taiwan and other countries. However, after running DT42 for 2 years, as a CEO of an AI company, I soon realized that if we are not the biggest data controller, it is very challenging for us to become the best AI technology provider as well. It is the same for every AI company in the world. So I want to take a step back and rethink about data. Who controls the data? That's the big corporates, those data companies who collect our data every day and generate the revenue for them. not for us. The good thing is, after the Facebook scandal and all the other scandals, people start caring about the ownership of their personal data. And also the government or start doing something to try to fix it, such as GDPR. So we believe it is a time to take action. The core concept of numbers network is very simple. People who own the data, who contribute the data, should get rewarded. In the numbers network, data consumers still pay to use the data like what they do today. The difference is, this time, data owner, just like you and me, we contribute the data, we will get rewarded. Numbers network tries to rebuild the data economics with fairness. The goal is big, but we are practical. We take one step at a time. The first step is to build a personal data wallet for users to help the user to manage their personal data. Think about how many tools you use every day to manage your physical assets. If we all agree data is going to be the most valuable asset in 21st century, we also need a data wallet to manage our data. That's Numbers Data Wallet. It is an app running on the mobile phone. It helps the user to have the very easy control and decide what type of data they want to collect. The working data, sleeping data, browsing history, and social media, and so on. And it provides the visualization to help the user understand the true value of their data. And even more, in the future, we will help the user to monetize their data, that the data work for them. That's step one. Step two is also straightforward. For an important application such as a data wallet, you don't want to go to the App Store or go to the Google Play to download it. You want it to be secure and also pre-installed on the mobile phone. So we collaborate with the device manufacturer so Numbers Data Wallet become the default app on the mobile phone so the users can have a very easy access to it. We have the revenue sharing model with our partners so that they have the incentive to do so, and also they can be part of the data economics. This is the team. I'm Tammy. I was a physicist and also the data scientist. If you want to know more about the concept of numbers, what we have built, please talk to me. And Bofu is our CTO and founder. He and Paul has very rich experience in managing the open source community. Numbers is going to be very transparent to everyone, so we need people who really manage the open source community to build the product. Ning is also here today. She is our Chief Marketing Officer. If you have any question about the marketing and business development, please talk to her. Phil is our founder and chairperson. He is also the founder of HTC Exodus. With his support, Numbers is now one of the 4 official partners of the HTC Exodus, the first blockchain phone in the world. And we also have the support from Yang and Hajime. In Mobile World Congress 2019, Numbers co-demo with HTC Exodus, and we are one of the 4 official partners of this phone. Numbers was very popular in the Mobile World Congress, and we are even more popular than the Opera, and it draws a lot of media attention. According to the feedback we collect, people are really waiting for a service such as Numbers to help them control, collect, and manage the personal data. We believe data will be very important in the 21st century, and Numbers is going to play a key role there. If you are interested in building business with us, please talk to us. Thank you.
Next up, we have a company that helps you with your health and fitness. OliveX. OliveX is your personal AI fitness coach. Please put your hands together for OliveX.
Hi, I'm Keith, CEO of OliveX. Meet your personal AI coach. We're bringing the fun experience of a group fitness class, that sweaty feeling with a bunch of people, into your homes on different sizes, on an app and a new smart mirror. We're using computer AI vision to detect the number of reps, correct your forms, and motivate you at the correct time. We started with apps, and we've already had 1.5 million downloads on our AI coach app. But recently, we launched a smart mirror with our AI coach on it. And already we have over 30 pre-orders for our $2,000 mirror. We have a killer team. Wallace and Vincent worked at Misfit, an early wearable device company that sold to the Fossil Group for $220 million. And me, I created the #1 sports paid fitness app, selling more than 400,000 paid units. Everybody wants to get fit, but nobody wants to go to the gym anymore. So, meet my wife, a typical working mom with 2 kids. She has no time. She doesn't want to travel, go to gym, shower, put on her makeup, and come back. She has 30 minutes. And she loves group fitness classes, but it's really hard for her now because everyone's in Lululemon, all made up, and she feels judged, she's out of shape, schedules don't work, so she stopped going. So what does she want? She's a part of a group of growing people that are not just looking to lose weight. They want to have fun in that 1 hour, to the music, to a great-looking coach, and a bunch of other people, so she can forget about work for that 1 hour. She just wants to roll out of bed in the morning, no makeup, knock out 30 minutes, and then go to work. To make fitness interactive, the only thing you have right now is heart rate. You're just competing on heart rate. And that's why we've developed AI technology that can count your reps and do all this cool stuff, no matter what you're wearing, indoors, outdoors, multiple people running around you, or also at any angle. And we monetize on multiple sizes. On the small end, you have an app, but on the bigger size, we have an AI mirror you can place in your home, and you can attend group workout classes on it. And I'm really happy to say we moved from pilot to a paid customer with the Le Méridien Hotel in Hong Kong, a 5-star hotel under the Marriott Group. And this is a growing trend. All this fitness equipment is coming to your home so you can get the workout group fitness experience at home. And we're targeting the China market. Next 2 years, the Chinese fitness market is going to overtake the US market, especially with the group fitness class craze going on. So I'm OliveX, CEO of OliveX, Keith Rumjan. Please come to our booth and experience the AI coach yourself at our booth. And we're also raising a Series A. Thank you.
Next up, we have FRM. FRM powers personalized relationships between human and AI. Here is FRM.
Hi, I'm Keegan from FRM, Fan Relationship Management. So we use AI to build CRM for the social world. So we're building the next Salesforce. CRM is nothing new, but CRM on social is a massively untapped opportunity. So 2018 was a pretty special year. It's the first year that digital ad spending surpassed traditional. And the key driver of this growth is social. So we're here to maximize the ROI of this massive market by making social personal. So what's FRM? FRM is an enterprise SaaS platform for brands and EC. So we help these customers understand where each one of their fans are. Is he a qualified campaign? Is he an engaged? Or is he a converted customer? And these are all happening on the social journey. So it's a revolutionary tech because right now, brands talk to each fans exactly the same way. So we help every single brand personalize these fan experiences. So take GQ Taiwan, for example. They have 600,000 fans. With this many fans, each one of them looks like a single dot. When they're working with a whiskey brand, Scottish Leader, they're actually trying to promote ticket sales. So they're launching their annual signature event called Bar Surfing to promote the top 50 bars in Taipei. So their expected goal is simple: sell tickets through social. But with this many fans, who are their potential customer? Either they pour their budget into ads, which is getting increasingly expensive, or they can kind of manually go through every single one of their old posts, find the users who like the content with alcohol, and sort of collect that data and reach out to these users, right? That's 6,000 posts in the past year. It's inhumane, it's inefficient, it's redundant. Well, that's where AI comes in. So our AI automatically scans through every single one of these posts, identifies the meaningful engagements, the likes, the shares, the comments, and by understanding these intent, we can predict that Raz likes whiskey. So FRM helps GQ build a knowledge base of their 600,000 fans. In this case, Raz is qualified. It's simple: engage the right audience with the right content. So we help GQ build an understanding of their 600,000 fans. We're integrated with ad system and we have a full suite chatbot solution. Thousands of users showed up, paying around 40 USD per ticket. FRM drives real revenue. And FRM gets more powerful over time. We help them understand their own fans in GQ's own context, whether it's drinks, whether it's fashion, whether it's car. So with FRM, your fans become more loyal and they're spending money on social. And this really works. We're seeing massive improvement in lead generation and retention. So for the past year, we've worked with these paid enterprise customers in fashion, in media, in financial services, consumer brands, to really hone in our products. In February, we launched version 2, which is targeted at SMBs. We opened 100 spots for a beta partner program, and we had over 700 companies apply in 24 hours. So really, really massively scaling up. It's a crowded space, social media, but we're uniquely positioned to win. With the acquisition of Bottomize, Singapore and Taiwan-based analytics platform, actually also a Zeroth company, so thanks TAC, we've now analyzed over 6 billion social engagements. Our AI team roots from Cambridge University's Dialogue System Lab, Riken in Tokyo, and National Taiwan University. We've coined the concept of personality vector. We've got an amazing team coming from top universities around the world. We've worked in top consulting, like McKinsey. We've worked in top AI research lab, like IBM, Riken, and ad technology companies. And we're the only company hyper focused on social engagements. Fan relationship management, FRM, is really just the first step. What we're really doing here is build AI that powers all personalization of the future. I'm Keegan from FRM. Thank you very much.
To conclude our pitching session, I'd like to take you guys all the way to Kenya, Africa, for a company called Utu. Utu Technologies is a trust infrastructure for the sharing economy. Ladies and gentlemen, put it together for Utu.
I have a really, really simple question for you guys. Who do you trust? Family. Your family. Anybody else? Friends? Yeah. Turns out everybody in the world seems to answer this question the exact same way. Nielsen confirms it. 92% of people questioned. 56 countries, 28,000 people. Everybody says the same thing. The overwhelming, most important factor governing their purchasing decisions is personal recommendations. So then we asked ourselves another question. If everybody trusts the same way, why is it that the trust infrastructure for the internet is built on things that have absolutely nothing to do with how we trust in real life? At Utu, we asked ourselves a question if we could actually change that and bring a real-world model of trust to the internet. Right now, we're using things like star ratings from people we don't know, and we have no idea if we share their values or if their ratings are even real or bought and paid for. Same with scores and reviews. They're calculated algorithmically and then presented to us. This is a 6.7 trustable person with a confidence interval of 80%. What's a 6.6 trustable person? Will you leave your 2-year-old with a 6.6 trustable nanny? Probably not. Eric Schmidt actually said it best that in a networked world, trust is the most important currency. This is exactly what we're doing at Utu. We're building the trust infrastructure for the internet. We started with this. This is a flexible, personalized, contextualized, and transparent recommendations mechanism that we built into our first product, which was a taxi app. We started in 2013 as the very first taxi app anywhere in Africa. Right now, we're expanding that product all over the continent, but we took a slightly different approach from anybody before. All the other taxi apps around the world, they solve the problem, how do I get a taxi? In Africa, we don't have this problem. We have the problem, how do I get a taxi that I trust? And trust isn't driven by a document or an ID or a credential. It's driven by the people that we know and who they already know and trust. So we built this into our app. We pull from your Facebook, from your LinkedIn, from your phone book. We layer that data with your usage history and with contextual factors from the world around you to provide not just a general model of trust, but an individualized and contextually aware model of trust for you in this exact moment. We're scaling the taxi app all over the continent, and we've learned some amazing things from this. We've learned that 96% of people will choose a socially recommended driver over an otherwise higher star rated driver, even if that difference is 2 stars to 5 stars. What's more is our platform converts 20% more users with 20% higher satisfaction. These all drive retention, lifetime value, all of the key metrics. We've gone pretty far with our mobility app already. In Nairobi, we're scaling like unbelievable, growing more than 150% month on month with huge unit economics. We're already in 5 countries around Africa with 15 under agreement and 25 to be scheduled online by the end of the year, making us the largest taxi app in Africa by the end of the year. We're already doing $175,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and we, like I said, 25 by the end of the year. But the trust story doesn't stop at mobility. Using the data and the training that we're able to do from the mobility sector, we can leverage our trust AI into every other sector of the digital economy and get these same benefits of conversion, satisfaction, and better trust and better outcomes. So we've already started implementing 2 pilots, and we have about 12 more on a waiting list. We're working in peer-to-peer lending with a platform that has 35 million farmers across Nigeria and Tanzania to provide them with a deconstructed and socially powered credit score. Also services like local on-demand services, as well as things as diverse as dating apps, fake news mitigation, and many more. Who are we? My name's Jason Eisen. I'm the founder and CEO. My background is in consulting. I've worked in more than 30 countries over the last 10 years. My partner and co-founder, Bastian Blankenberg, did his PhD in AI for trust. We've been able to get an R&D partnership at the University of Southampton with Professor Gopal Ramchurn of AI, and we have investments from legendary angel investor and inventor Matt Papakipos, who essentially invented the GPU. We have Artem Schuster, the head of marketing and partnerships for Africa for PayPal, sits on our advisory board, and I can proudly say that we're the first African company to get investments from Zeroth and from DeepCore, as well as from Eternity Blockchain in the EU. We're raising our Series A right now. If you want to talk to me about how we can bring a new model of trust based on real-world trust to the internet, you'll find me upstairs. Thanks very much.